We are witnessing an epic showdown in the global automotive industry, the electric vehicle war between China and Europe. Chinese electric vehicle manufacturers are threatening the supremacy of major European car companies. But how did we get here, and what impact could this have on the future of Europe's automotive industry?
We have not forgotten how China's unfair trade practices affected our solar industry. But global markets are now flooded with cheaper Chinese electric cars.
China is the largest auto market, so we don't want to see a trade war happening.
This is distorting our market.
Global context. In recent years, electric vehicles have taken center stage in the global automotive industry. The shift from internal combustion engines to electric ones is not just an eco-friendly trend, but also a necessity, driven by strict emission regulations. By 2035, the European Union will ban the sale of vehicles with combustion engines.
The European Union has agreed to ban the sale of new fossil fuel cars by 2035 after offering concessions to Germany.
This has created the perfect opportunity for China to enter the European market with its own electric vehicles, which are far more affordable and competitive. China's rise in Europe. China has quickly become the world's largest producer of electric vehicles. In June 2024, Chinese brands captured an 11% share of the European auto market, reaching a record number of registrations, over 23,000 electric units, the highest figure in their history, representing a 72% increase compared to May. However, experts estimate that by 2025, this percentage could rise to as much as 18%. Why? Simple. The Chinese have managed to produce much cheaper electric vehicles thanks to lower production costs and significant advancements in battery technology. Additionally, many Chinese factories are now located in Europe, in countries like Hungary and Poland, reducing logistics costs. Furthermore, Chinese electric vehicle manufacturers benefit from substantial government support, including direct subsidies, tax breaks, and favorable loans. For example, in 2022, BYD received over 2.1 billion euros in government subsidies. But what has the European Commission done to protect its local auto manufacturers? Well, the European Commission has announced definitive tariffs up to 38% on electric cars made in China, in addition to the already existing 10% standard tariff. These tariffs were introduced after an investigation revealed that Chinese electric vehicle manufacturers benefited from significant government subsidies, allowing them to sell cars cheaper than European competitors, thus endangering the European automotive industry. The problem from Germany. However, Germany, Europe's traditional automotive leader, faces a serious issue. German automakers such as Volkswagen, Mercedes, and BMW have encountered major challenges in keeping up with the rapid transition to electric vehicles. High costs and difficulties in adapting factories to new technologies have forced Volkswagen to consider closing some factories for the first time in its 87-year history.
VW executives told employees that the company may have to close factories in Germany if it's to survive a huge slump in car sales.
Volkswagen recently admitted that the situation is extremely tense and restructuring is inevitable. Long-term consequences. What does this electric vehicle war mean for the future of European automotive industry? It is possible that the German car brands we know may no longer be the global leaders they once were. If China continues to expand its market share and shift production to Europe, European car companies will need to find innovative solutions or collaborate with their Asian rivals. However, according to the latest data, sales of Chinese electric car brands in Europe are at their lowest level in the past 18 months. Registration dropped by nearly 50% in August compared to August 2023. One explanation for these declines could be the additional tariffs the European Union plans to impose on Chinese electric car manufacturers. What's next? It's unclear if the electric car war between China and Europe is over, but these declines indicate a significant shift in the competitive landscape. If tariffs are imposed, the Chinese could lose a considerable market share in the short term. What could the Chinese strategy be for a comeback? Chinese manufacturers are already investing in production facilities in Europe to avoid additional tariffs and reduce transportation costs. Additionally, they are forming partnerships with European car companies to take advantage of existing infrastructure and distribution networks, ensuring that they don't have to close production units amidst declining global car sales. The future of the European automotive industry now depends on how quickly and efficiently companies can adapt electric technologies and remain competitive. It will be interesting to see how traditional auto giants adapt to new market realities. How do you think this dispute will end? Let us know in the comments section below. And if you like what you see on our channel, don't forget to subscribe for more interesting car content. See you soon!